Get the Disneyland app. I repeat, get the app. It is the best thing ever if you're going to Disneyland. No matter if you're new to Disneyland or you go there a lot, it is amazing. You can do everything with it and it's free. So it's basically a map of everything. It tells you where everything's at. You can click on attractions and it gives you the wait times for every ride there and where it's at where you're at. You can click on characters and it'll tell you where the characters are at and what time they're going to be there from. I use it mostly for the characters and the wait times. Also you can check where the restrooms are, you can check where the food places are and what they have there. There's just so many things you can do with this app. Oh, also, you can check like the events and show times of the events, all the events and shows that they're having. It tells you exactly what times they're going to be playing that day, and it's different for each day. You can check ahead of time. Also, you can get your pictures on there. You can do the Max Pass. There's so many things you can do with the app. Also, it stores your tickets on there as well, but I would still take the card in anyway. The next tip is kind of like a money saving tip. Disneyland actually allows you to take food and drinks in, which is awesome. So I definitely recommend, especially if you have kids, to take a lot of drinks and snacks. Unless you do want to buy them, because the food prices can be a little pricey. Even though the food is really good inside Disneyland, it's really expensive. So I usually take a lot of snacks and drinks for my daughter, especially to like munch on in the lines. And also when we're waiting for the parade, it's just good to have a lot of snacks and also drinks. So if you have kids, the ears at Disneyland are super cute. I love them. I love every single one I see. But if you have toddlers that like to be held in line while you're waiting for the rides, my little girl turns her head this way and that way, and they're constantly hitting me. So I opted to try the clip-in ears that they have at Disneyland, and they're super cute. Every time I have them on her, everybody asks like, where did I get them from? They actually stay on. She keeps them on her longer than the actual headband ears, because throughout the day they're kind of like bother her, so she'll take them off, put them on, put them off. And actually the price went up. I seen the last time I went, they're $28 as opposed to $24, and the clip-in ears are only $10. Definitely make use of the Fast Pass. It saves so much time, especially for the popular rides. You're definitely going to want to do this because sometimes they get so long. So it gives you a time frame to come back from, and you get in another line, the Fast Pass line, and the line is usually shorter. So you insert your card, and it gives you a ticket, but once you get the Fast Pass, it's already loaded to your card, and then you just come back in the time frame that it says, and then it's a lot shorter wait time for the ride you want to get on. This next one is one that I actually need to take my own advice on and listen to, because I have yet to do it, but every time I think about it, it sounds really good. If you have kids, toys at Disneyland, they're super cute, but they are expensive. They are not cheap. You can pay like half the price if you go to a Walmart or Target, which has a bunch of Disney toys there for half the price. Just buy it, take it into Disneyland, hide it, take it into Disneyland. When you're there, whip it out, and they just think that they got a toy from Disneyland, and they know no difference, and you pay like half the price. And the same thing goes with the nighttime toys. Once it gets dark at Disneyland, they start bringing out all the light up toys and just little wands and stuff. It's the same thing if you go to the 99-cent store and buy the little ones that you like bend and then shake. They're almost identical. Some of them at Disneyland are almost identical, except of course for like the Mickey ears and the special toys. But I mean, just to have something for the kids to wave around is cool, and it's only 99 cents. Another good tip to note is if you do decide to buy a toy inside Disneyland, that if it does break within 30 days, you can return it and get a free one. My daughter's bubble machine ended up breaking, and I went back in and they replaced it with a brand new one, but it does have to be within 30 days, and it goes with all the toys you can do that with. This one is more on what to bring with you. You definitely want to bring a small like shoulder bag to carry all your important stuff. I will link where I got the one that I take to Disneyland. And I just basically take this one and have it on me at all times because it has the most important stuff. I have my battery charger, which you definitely want, my money, my card, my cards. I take lipstick. I also take lip balm and my keys, just in case your stuff happens to get lost or something. You have the most important stuff with you. And then I also take a backpack with the rest of the stuff, like my food, to hold the toys or whatever else that I take. Hand sanitizer, sunscreen, a bunch of different stuff that I have in there. Of course, I do have lockers that you can put stuff in, but ain't nobody want to be walking back and forth to the lockers just to get something. If you plan on watching any of the parades, it's a good idea to bring a blanket, especially if you have kids, and especially if you're watching the ones at night. You don't want to be sitting on a cold, dirty floor, and it also helps save your spot when you're waiting for the parade. Best tip ever, get the whip. Get the Dole Whip. It is hands down amazing. If you go to Disneyland, you definitely have to try it. It's so good. But the lines can be so long to get this. The best place I think to get it is in the outside because it has two lines, and I usually go to the inside line, which I'm not showing now, but it's usually shorter because people don't know that they have two lines. And if you do decide to get it, the next tip is Disneyland now has the option to order your food ahead of time, and you just do it through the app. You order it and you choose a pickup time, which is when you're going to pick it up. When you're ready to pick it up and during your pickup time, you just click I'm here, and then you don't have to wait in the big long line. It's so much faster, and I love that they just started doing this. You could do it with any type of food there. And this is the paranoid mother in me, but if you do have little ones that maybe don't know how to talk yet or can't remember your phone number, I like to write my phone number on the inside of my daughter's tag, and I make sure that she watches me when I do this, and I let her know that this is my phone number in case you get lost. Disneyland is a really big place. It could get really crazy, and there's a ton of people there, especially if you have little ones that like to wander off on their own. It's just kind of an extra step that if somebody does find them, that they might be able to call you. Now, the parking situation, I wish I was able to tell you how to get free parking. I wish I knew how to get free parking. If you know how to get free parking, please let me know because that would be amazing. But the parking situation, I prefer to go to the Toy Story parking lot just because it's always been super fast for me, which is where you park in the actual outside parking and you walk, and it's super short too. You don't have to walk really far. You walk to the shuttles and it drives you to Disneyland, as opposed to the Mickey and Friends where to me, it's just way more crowded and it takes way longer. You park in a parking structure, have to walk down, take an elevator, walk down, and still walk to the trams. And that one you don't have to fold your stroller to get in, but to me, it just takes there's just way too many people there. If you don't mind getting on a ride by yourself as a single rider, you can ask for a buddy pass and they will send you to a separate, much, much shorter line, and it will get you right on the ride so fast. This one is pretty obvious, I'm sure, but get there early. If you want to do the most in the park, you need to get there right when it opens. Every line, even as opposed to going an hour or 2 hours after it opens, because it's already packed, there's already a lot of people by then, but not just the ride lines, but the lines to get in the actual park they're so short. And if you stay at one of the hotels, you get the extra magic hour, which you get in an hour before it actually opens too. I wish I could say there was more free stuff you can get at Disneyland. I only know of a couple. If you guys know of some, please let me know. But there is some stuff you can get free. If you go to City Hall on Main Street, right when you get into Disneyland, you can get free buttons. You can get a first visit button, a birthday button. One time they had stickers. You can also get a free recipe for any item, any food item in the park that you want. They'll print you out a free recipe. So you can get a couple of things free there. And this is probably my favorite one. I mean, free chocolate. Who doesn't love free chocolate? So if you're going to California Adventure, you can get a free chocolate every time you go into the Ghirardelli store. They do run out sometimes, so you're going to want to make sure to stop there early on in the day. And if you don't bring your own water and you don't want to pay $6 for a bottle of water, you can get free water, but you can only get it at like, not the, I don't want to say restaurants, but any food place that has like a fountain drink, you can ask for a cup for free water. And lastly, if you are an annual pass holder, you're going to want to check out the AP corner, which they kind of move it every now and then. So you're going to want to look for this little blue sign and it'll direct you to where they have it. Inside there, you can get free pens, which they switch out every now and then. And then also they always have a cute little photo op that you can do. They have somebody taking pictures there. It's usually like a really cute background. So you definitely want to check that out. They also have stickers there and stuff. That's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have any tips and tricks or hacks or anything for Disneyland, please let me know in the comments below, and thanks for watching.